Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well. I am Rishabh Raizada, an Android developer at DSC MSIT, and I will be introducing you to the topics Git and GitHub to enter into the world of open source. So first of all, there are some prerequisites. So first is installing it. You can head over to this site and according to your operating system, you can download Git and also don't forget to add it to path. After that, you need to register on GitHub. So you can head over to this link. And this is the first screen that you will see. You need to add your username, email and password and sign up for GitHub. And also, please verify your email address for use. After that, there are some GitHub terms that we need to know. So first of all comes repository or repo in short. So repo is basically a project folder. You can see this diagram. There are two blue boxes. This is the GitHub remote server and this is the local system, that is your PC. And this is someone else's repository. This is not yours. And there's a text file in it, for example. And for example, then if you want to fork it, that means copy it in your own account. So that is called fork. So first of all, you will fork this repository into your own account. Next comes cloning. So cloning basically means download. So this is in your account right now, this is repository. And now you want to download this repository for use for editing files or maybe adding new ones into your local system. So that's why we use clone. Then for example, you have cloned the repository and you want to make some changes. For example, this is your working directory and you added a new text file. So how will you commit these changes? Means make these changes permanent and push it to your account. So let's see. First, the files go through your staging area. Staging area is basically holds all the files that need to be committed. So all the new files or the edited files that have been changed or there are some changes in the files go towards this area, and for that we use the command git add. So as you can see, my text file has been added to the staging area. After that comes commit. Commit means making those changes permanent. So when I do git commit, this file merges into my repository. Now this is in my local repository, not in the account, the GitHub repository. So now I need to push it into the GitHub remote server. For that I use the push command. So push is basically an upload. So if you do git push, that means you will push this file into your account repository. I did git push and this file has become available in my repository. Now comes pull requests. So pull requests are basically, or PRs in short, are basically request changes. So if you want to request changes or say for example make someone's code better or enhance them, or say if you want to contribute to someone else's repo, you use PRs. So you can see I can initiate a PR from here and the reviewer of this repository can see if this PR is good or not, and then it can merge. So this depends on the reviewers and the quality of the code. Next comes issues. Issues are literally issues only. So if you had, for example, some flaws in your system or in your project folder, you can launch an issue. Then there are three terms: branch, origin and checkout. These are interrelated. So first let's see branch. So as you can see from the diagram, branch is basically a series of commits. So this is the master branch, that is the origin branch, that's the main branch. And for example, you create a new branch called feature. That means you have all this code in this branch. And for example, you want to add a new feature. So you'll make some commits and submit the pull request and see if it's good or not. Then after discussing all those things, we can merge into our master branch. So this is the basic idea of branch, and you can use it to manage different features, channels or ideas. Okay, then comes fetch, merge and pull. So fetch is basically fetching changes from the GitHub repository. That's it. And merge means combining PRs, branches, changes, as the name is, merge. And pull is fetch plus merge. That's it. So when you are pulling it from your repository, you might have one or two files missing here. So when you when you pull it from the fork repository, you get all these changes resetted to your head, that is your repository. You fetch all these changes as well as merge it with your local repository. So basically that's it, and these are some of the good resources you can see if you want to learn more about Git. Now time for a quick demonstration. So this is my folder where I will have my repository, and this is my account. So let me go over to my test repo. This is my test repo. This is the fork button that you can use to fork it. This is my own repository, so that's why I have this button disabled. Now this is the clone button. You can click on download zip to download it into your system and place it in your working directory, or otherwise you can copy this link and open command window here and type git clone and paste this link. So it will successfully create a test repo folder into my directory. So when I open it, you can see there's a .git folder. This denotes that this is a Git repository. So let me cd into this. Okay, and let me see the directories. So you can see there's an index.txt file and a readme.md file. So let me create a new file. Before that, let me see the status. So I'll type git status. So it says that we are on branch master and it is up to date. That means there are no changes, nothing to commit, working tree is clean. So that's good. Now I'll create a new text file. Let me rename it to say test. Okay, so I've created a new text file. So let me check the status again. So you can see there's one untracked file. That means it has not been staged. So I need to add it to the staging area. For that, I can either type git add test.txt, or if there are multiple files, I can directly do git add space dot. Now if I again see the status, you can see this comes in green. That means this has been staged and this is ready to be committed. So let me type git commit git commit and a message, say initial, or let's say added test.txt. So you can see there is one file changed and this test.txt have been added, and there's nothing to commit. That means, and my branch is ahead by one commit. That means there are some changes and it is ahead from the origin or master branch. So now to make these changes permanent, I will type git push. Can you guess what's going to happen? Yes, my repository has been successfully pushed to my GitHub account. So if you can see here, let me reload the page. You can see there's a test.txt file being created over here. So this way you can contribute to others' repository also. These are your branches and you can create a new branch from here as well as from the CMD or command line. So this was a beginner level video. Hope you all enjoyed and have a nice day.